right, I think we have Carl here. Hello, Carl. Can you share your presentation?
Yes.
All right. So let's set the timer to 3 minutes and kick off.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Park, and I'm the CEO of Peter Property. Peter Property is a property financing and investor management platform, which enables companies to bring efficiency to their overall operation when it comes to financing for real estate projects or managing pool of investors. We operate two platforms. We operate investor platform and property platform. I will briefly show them to you here as well. These are our demo sites. So this is our property platform. So companies here can track the users, edit them, manage them, deals what they want on the platform, check everything on the wallet, investment investors have done, and also distribute funds to the investors, for example, rental income or capital gain whatsoever. And our investors, they have, or their investors have their own platform, where they can see their portfolio balance, rental income, their buy and sell orders, and also their real estate assets that they own. So this was briefly about the product. So one was investor platform, the second was property platform. How companies can extract value from here. So we have a ready infrastructure, so it's essentially just a plug and play system. It's scalable and reliable. It's convenient to use because most of the enterprise apps are actually not very user friendly, but we have actually put a lot of effort into the UX into this. And also companies can introduce new business services and expand essentially their horizons. So I went through the features already, but here they are once more. So the dashboard feature, they can edit and add investors, add properties, check, allow people, their investors to invest, generate reports easily, distribute funds, and allow trading on the platform. We have already tested the platform for more than 2 years and transacted 500,000 euro on the platform with 800 transactions executed and 3,000 shares traded, as we are operating currently our own B2C investment platform into real estate. Currently, this SaaS model, what we are introducing to the enterprises, is the revenue model is in two ways. Number one is the integration fee, one-off integration fee, and the second is the monthly payment of 2,000 euro. Looking at the competitive landscape, most of the companies in this business are usually project-based and software development companies, whereas we are purely in the real estate focus. We are building for the ecosystem, and we have a competitive price compared to our competitors. Our team is actually 4 people, 2 full-time, 2 part-time. So I'm CEO and founder, Majid, the tech lead, also full-time. Rudolf from Wonders.
Sorry, Carl, but we are in the Q&A session. We need to set the timer to 4 minutes.
Sure.
And kick off with the questions. Thanks a lot. Okay, so we can start. Who has questions? Maybe Timothy for the starters?
Sure, yeah. Can you, what was your revenue over the last 2 years? You said you launched 2 years ago.
Yeah, so the past 2-year revenue in both years, it was slightly over 20,000 Singapore dollars, as our company is actually registered in Singapore.
And why are you registered in Singapore? Or is that just where you all live? Or
we kicked off the bit of property there. So it was our first time when we got the funding from there, from a local Singaporean VC, Space Ventures. Hence, one of the requirements was to set up a company there.
I see.
Should I go next?
All right. Any other? Oh yeah, Lucas, go on.
Thanks first of all for your presentation. I have one question. How many properties do you already have on your platform?
We currently have 4 properties on the platform.
Okay, and then how do you plan to roll out in your home country, but then also internationally? Because I think this is like one of the biggest challenges, sort of like a chicken egg problem, to reach a critical mass, to be on the one hand interesting for property owners, and then on the other hand interesting for investors. So how do you do that?
So this is at the moment the approach. What we're taking is to actually give the platform to the hands of the real estate at the moment, actually asset managers, to be honest. So the asset managers, they have their pool of investors, and they also have the pool of properties that they manage, right? So we are coming in with the technology, giving them to digitalize and automate their services internally, right? After a while, then we are, as what I mentioned, as that we are not building a project-based kind of like technology, but more kind of like an ecosystem. So at some point, we can actually put them together and create an ecosystem of like an investment platform for real estate.
Thank you.
I already know Carl, so this was coincidental. And we've done a bit of work with Carl, and I think it's a good project. So I don't really have any questions. But Lucas, to answer your question about expanding into overseas markets, I mean, Carl's right. It's building an ecosystem. So I'm in England. I'm an asset manager. And we believe that the Bidder Properties platform would be great for us to put our assets onto. The other thing is, if Carl develops infrastructure in other areas, other countries, there's no reason why you couldn't cross-pollinate the different investors from around the world into different markets. Okay. So I've got to stop because I don't want to conflict myself with Carl's business.
Yeah. I mean, but a follow-up question, preferably answered also by Carl. So, and then who's paying you? Is it the asset managers paying you, or is it the investors of the asset managers paying you via the asset manager?
At the moment, with this model, the one that we are running at the moment, which is the investment platform, which is up and running on bidderproperty.com, their investors are paying because they are investing, and we charge like sell commission when they sell the shares, and also the management fee as we are managing the assets as well. At the moment with this model, it's a SaaS model, and it's paid by the enterprise who is taking on the technology. Yeah,
that makes sense. Maybe one last question before the time runs out, and then if there's no liquidity, or like, how do you ensure liquidity?
Again, as we are currently providing the technology to the company itself. So, for example, some companies don't want to do crowd investments or take money from the crowd. They have their own investors, so they need to manage the liquidity themselves. As for our own platform at the moment, we are looking ways to actually partner up with other.
We ran out of time. I'm so sorry to cut you here. We need to watch this because we're already delayed.